Hey, how's it going? Today we're going to show you how to make a compact reverse draw crossbow, as you can see, with a foldable stock. So the first thing I did was take a piece of 2x6 and cut it into the shape of a stock. After that, I attached the stock to a piece of 2x2 using a hinge. Now I added a front grip using a piece of 2x4 that I cut into this shape. Then I rounded out the handle part. At the back of the gun, I cut out a notch for the string to rest in when it's drawn back using a hacksaw and a round file. Once that was done, I made the back spring to hold the arrow in place by taking conduit, flattening it, and then cutting it into the shape of a T. And once that was done, I screwed it in to the back of the crossbow and rounded it into this shape using the heat gun again so that it can hold the back of the arrow. To hold the front of the arrow, I used two pieces of wood and just glued them on like so. Once that was finished, I took a piece of this punched out steel and bent it into this shape using a bench vise. And to attach it, I drilled two 1/4-inch holes and then attached it using some nuts and bolts. So at this point, the body of the crossbow is pretty much done, except for the trigger, but now would be the time to work on the limbs. Now for my limbs, I used clamps because I wanted to do a reverse draw type of crossbow instead of the normal method. First thing I have to do is take off the rubber grips. So as you can see, there's two holes that are already in these, and I think what I'm gonna do is drill in another hole here to attach it to the body, and then one here to attach the arm for it to extend further. So I've got my holes marked out for where I'm going to drill. So yeah. So I have both holes drilled out. For this side I used a 1/4-inch drill bit because I plan on using a bolt to attach it to the main body. And then on this side I use a smaller drill bit since this is probably going to be riveted onto the extended piece. Alright, so here I have this piece of 3/4-inch angle aluminum marked at 9 3/4 inches. So now that I've got it cut out, what I did was mark two holes for where it's going to attach here, and now I'm just going to drill them out. Now to attach these two pieces, I'm going to use some pop rivets. Alright, so the way it works is first you've got the aluminum angle and then the clamp followed up with a washer, and then you put a rivet through all three of those. And then once that's done, you take the pop riveter, and then you take the pop riveter, which should clamp all of these things together. So yeah, so this is what it looks like. Now to attach the arms, I used some nuts and bolts. Now for the pulleys, I'm using this clothesline separator, and to get it out, what we're just going to do is push it into the vise and then cut off this end here, and it should release the pulley from this thing. So the way I'm attaching it to the arm is by a bolt. So I've got a bolt coming through and then a nut on there. And I've got these 4 pulleys, so I'm just going to take one, put it onto the bolt, followed up with 2 washers, and then another pulley, followed up with 2 bolts that are going to hold these from coming out. Now you don't want to tighten these in there or else they're not going to spin, but you don't want them coming out. And then just do that for the other side. Alright, so I've got the pulleys on there, and as you can see, it's just about done, except I still have to string it. Alright, so now to string it, I use paracord. And so the way it's set up is it starts from this bolt, runs underneath the crossbow to the first pulley, and then goes over, and then back underneath the crossbow to the top pulley on this side, and then it goes over the crossbow to the top pulley on this side, and then goes back under the crossbow to the bottom pulley on this side, and then underneath again to this bolt. And then that's how it's all strung up. Now the way the trigger mechanism works is there's a 5/16 inch hole that goes from the bottom of the crossbow to that notch, and then there's a 1/4 inch aluminum rod that'll push the string out of that notch when you push it up. And to hold it from coming out, there's this piece of conduit that has been formed to this shape and screwed in, and this keeps it from coming out. So I hope you enjoyed the build, and if you've got a suggestion for future builds, then leave a comment, and that's all I've got for you.